Hey, what's going on YouTube and the comic book community? It's been a long time. It's been about 2 weeks since I've seen you guys or made a video. I'm looking a little ragged, but This is gonna be a long video. All this video is gonna be is I'm gonna show you guys what I got last week, the weeks that you missed out on that I didn't make a video, and then this last week, this new week. So I hope you're in for a great little haul. So the first book I want to give a shout out to Huey. Huey's I sent him a book. I sent him Hillbilly 2 when it first came out. He couldn't find it, so I hit him up on Facebook and I was like, "Hey man, I had an extra copy. You can give it to me. You can just pay me what the book was, which was like $3.99 plus shipping, and I'll mail it to you." I sent it to him in Mylar. I sent all my books in Mylar, and he repaid the offer. I couldn't. This cover did not. My shop did not get it. They got a stack of Black Hammer #2. I love this book, by the way. This is a great book, and I really wanted this cover. It's really cool. It looks old, and it looks like it's folded down the middle, but it's not. And I think that's part of its charm. I really like the way this cover looks. I like the soft blues in the background and they're like pastel-y kind of colors. They're not like super bright and vibrant, but it makes the book pop off. And and he sent it to me in Mylar, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Huey. I did get it safe and sound. Sorry, guys, I haven't been on the internet too much. Maybe I should say why. I should tell you guys why I haven't been around. Nothing was wrong. Uh, uh, Kim was under the weather. She had the a flu and a bad sinus infection, and of course, my desktop. I record from a desktop computer. Uh, it's in our bedroom, so it's kind of not movable. Like all my cords and shit are intertwined underneath the desk, and so just that I was taking care of her, and out of consideration, no lights in the room and trying to keep quiet, and I think you can get the picture. Girlfriend's health over YouTube videos. So she's doing great now, and I'm back. So this next book, speaking of Kim, this is a great transition into Kim. Is She got me this book as a present before she got sick, and she went into the comic store without me. I didn't know she was going. She never does this, and she bought me this book herself. What really surprised me was all the time she's gone with me and heard me talk about books when I'm looking at them. She did the same thing, which is really cool. So she used her knowledge that she kind of sees me do when I'm looking at getting an old book. She checks the spine, the corners. She opened up the book. She looked at the pages, made sure they were white, looked at the back, and this is what she got me. She spent a good amount of money on this. This is a beautiful copy, absolutely gorgeous copy of this book, and I'm so happy to have it. I think you all know what this is, but if you don't, this is Detective Number 395, and you can do a little research on it. I'm not going to tell you what she paid for, because I think it's a little rude, considering this was a gift, but yeah, check that out. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Neil Adams, gorgeous. And she did a fantastic job. She did everything. I honestly trust her now when it comes to buying, older books. I honestly would give her money and trust her in um, picking stuff out, really. So that was a really great gift from Kim. Um, I'll put this over here. So then, we gotta get through this fast, because we're already at 4 minutes, and I've got a fucking huge stack over here. So this is Black Hammer #2. I actually really like this cover. This is the cover that my store had a shit ton of. I mean, they didn't get any variants, they just got this one. But look at that cover. That cover is awesome. That's like something straight. I would love to make this a poster. If there was no barcode or the Dark Horse, or the lettering, if I can find the image of this, I would fucking blow this shit up and make it a poster. This would be an awesome sci-fi kind of poster. Love, 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 love that cover. Next, Dr. Fate, number 15. They had an arts change. If you go to back look at this, look at the few first issues of this book, you might really not like the art. And I'm glad that they're doing a different artist, Mustafa. His art's really good. He did some of the variant covers for the first couple issues, and they're amazing variant covers. So I really like Dr. Fate. I was hoping maybe he'll get a. Nothing against Paul Levitz, but this book has been really slow. But I really want my run to be finished. I don't want to stop and not pick it up because I think we're about to end with the run. Maybe it'll get to like 20 or issues or something like that. But I'd just like to have a complete run. I have some earlier the issues signed, so that's the reason I picked that up. I still suggest Elvis is high, guys. By the way, he's down there growing. I also picked up Superman number 5. This cover is wicked, and this book is wicked. I have been loving the Superman story. I think you've heard me say a few dozen times. This is one of the great Rebirth titles. Loving Superman. Look at how cool that cover is. Look at all the dead and the skull. That's a sweet cover. Looks like I also picked up, I believe this is the regular cover. This is number 5. Man, these have been really great covers. And I think I'm with a few other people. I've been listening to them say, and they're not going to get variants anymore unless they think they're awesome. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get variants anymore. I'm not going to get those white Rebirth covers with just a character on the front unless I think they're cool. And I have a book to show you in the next set here that I think is really cool. So I do apologize if this video is really long. Yeah, Superman number 5, recommend all the way to the bank. Sorry about hitting the microphone, guys. Nightwing number 3. Look at that book. I didn't get I can't remember if this is the variant or not, but I picked this one. I thought this one was really cool. I like Dick in the background. He looks really stoic, and with the lightning and Batgirl jumping in front of him, I think that's a really nice cover, considering their background. I can't remember what the variant looked like, but I don't think I liked it. So maybe it was the variant the one where it was like Nightwing and Batgirl and was it Raptor and they were like falling, or was it somebody else? They were like falling. I don't know. I didn't like that cover. I think that's the one. But yeah. So then I got Justice League number 3, and absolutely love the Justice League. The reason I stopped picking up the single issues of like Aquaman, the Green Lanterns, is because 1, I'm not the biggest fan of them, and 2, I would rather read them as a team in the Justice League, and I think they all work really well together, and I think this cover is really sweet. Look at all of them on the front. Absolutely love that cover. I also picked up, let's see, are these all the same? No, they're not. Okay. So I picked up 2 Batmans, number 5. This is a great cover. I'm not going to tell you what happens inside. Do apologize that I haven't been doing reviews anymore. It's a time thing during the weeks. I want to do videos, and I honestly run out of time. By the time I'm ready to maybe do a review, new books are already out, and it's getting a little much for me. So sometimes you might not see a video, but I'm trying my best. So I picked up 2 Batman number 5s. I always pick up doubles of Batman in case later, it comes a pricier issue or makes a great trade. I'm always willing to trade, and Batman's always a surefire thing to trade for. I don't think anybody can deny that. If you pick up Batman's later, you might have a pretty decent trade on your hands. So, the next book, now I know, here's the thing. Don't be like S, what the fuck? You piece of shit. You always say you hate her. Lately, why'd you go ahead and pick her up? Well, I picked up Suicide Squad, number 1. As I said when I first started making these videos, I'm trying to give all these issues a shot. Um, and I pick up the one shot, and I at least said that I would give him up to one or two of the regular run before I was like nope. So I picked up this cover. I can't remember the other cover, but I think I hated it, so that's why I don't have it. I think it was like a little cartoony, and I like this one because it looked the art was really good, and it's not just because Harley, because whatever. But I liked Croc and Katana in the corner, and yeah, I know. I just like this cover, so I picked it up. Nothing against the other cover, but I just like this one more, and I didn't want to buy two Suicide Squad, so. And last but not least, I got Supergirl Rebirth #1. I picked up this cover. I know I said I normally don't pick up the white ones, but the other cover, I do remember what it was. It was just a full-size shot of her face and like her hair blowing around. I liked this one a little more because I liked seeing her as a full image on her book, and I think maybe that the regular cover for Supergirl should have had like maybe her as a full pose instead of just a face, because I think like the full outfit and full pose of Supergirl is kind of I don't know, it's a good look. I like the way that she's drawn on this cover. She looks really good. Her hair looks nice. Her hair looks nicer than it did on the other cover, I think. And I like the flowy, the big flowy red cape. So, pick this one up. All right, guys. Now on to this week's. That was like whatever week last week, the week I missed out on. So this was this week's that I picked up. Okay, so we're current now. Okay, we are all caught up. We are good. We should be good with one another. Now, my pull list was a little high this week. Hang on. Thank you. So my pull list was a little high this week. And that would be partially because of this book. And as many of you know, I'm a big fan of this book, and I really am liking Boom Studios. I picked up the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2016 Annual #1. This is a big book. I will show you guys. I'll take it out. This is a thick cardstock. It's very thick cover and thick back. The pages feel a little thicker. It's $7.99, and I do apologize. And this is not a reflection of the rest of the series by any means. My one gripe with this, and I'm not going to tell everyone to pick this up. If you honestly pass it, pass it. Some of the stuff in here is good. The art is good. It does not reflect the art that's in the normal issues, so please do not look at this and be like, is this what S always talks about when he's talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? And then you get some stuff like this where it's like really cheesy, and I'm not too happy with this book at all. And then it goes back to being like, I don't know if you could see, like, it's like fairy tale-y. I don't know. It looks like something from like Adventure Time or something like that. But I promise you, the other Ranger books are not like this. And then it gets to something like this. Look at this. What the fuck is even that? That looks like fucking hieroglyphics. Like, what is this? I'm really disappointed in this annual. I do not recommend you picking this up at all. The art in this is nowhere near as awesome as it is in the normal issues. If I had my own blaster to stash it, I would burn this bitch to the ground. But because I've paid $7.99, it's not ready to go into the fire pit just yet. I still do thoroughly suggest picking up, or at least trying to look at, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers new series. It's great, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm really disappointed with the annual. I should have just looked at the pages in the store and been like, no, but it would have hurt me not to have the whole, run, because I have all the Power Rangers so far. So, if you don't have the run and you're not invested, I know this is too late because I'm sure some of you already picked up books, but if you haven't and you're not invested in the Power Rangers, don't fucking buy that because it's crap. So on to the next book I picked up. This is a really indie book. I saw it on the what was coming out this week, and it looked fucking sweet. It looked like something that if I was a kid and I saw in the store, I'd be like, holy shit, this probably is really great, right? This probably looks sweet. I'm totally into monster movies, and I watch horror movies all the time, all year round. Really big into horror and monsters, and uh, some of my fondest memories are monster movies on TV, black and white, rewatching them, and so I picked this one up. This was, and I was surprised my shop had this book, because my shop doesn't really have a whole lot of titles when it comes to indies. I was surprised they had the Hillbillies, and when I got there, they only had one copy of this. So this is the last one, and I picked it up. This is cover B. This is American Mythology's Dark Werewolves versus Dinosaurs. And look at that cover, it is fucking sweet. Werewolves versus Dinosaurs. This would be totally something that I would read as a kid underneath the blankets with a flashlight and dark outside and a thunderstorm. It's thundering outside, and I'm getting into some werewolves versus dinosaurs. The art in this, this is a $3.99. The art in this is a little different. It kind of looks like a painting almost, not so much that crisp detail lining, but it's not terrible. It's not it's almost painted almost. So some of the images are dark, and there's some really cool dinosaur shit, and if I could get 2 when it comes out, I totally will try. I mean, there's some. If you can get into this artwork, you might think this shit's crazy. Like, look at that. Like, fucking T-Rexes in space. Look at that shit. I don't know. I can't wait to check this out. I haven't read it yet because I've been kind of getting sick now. So Kim's all better, and she might be putting me under the bus, and I'll be in the bed, and she's gonna be making me soup. So sorry about the sniffles and coughs and taking some drinks, and sorry about that, guys. So next book I picked up was Hellblazer. Oh wait, I have 2. So I picked up 2 copies of Hellblazer #1, and this is what I want to see out of those white covers. Look at that cover. That is a fucking cool cover. That is a sweet, sweet cover. And I know a lot of people weren't super into this story, but I'm a big Constantine, I'm a big Justice League Dark fan, I'm a big Swamp Thing fan, and I love them all together, and that cover is sweet. This is what some of the covers should have been, those white ones. Luckily, this one's not super dirty, so I was happy I picked that up. And then I also picked up the regular copy. I don't know which one's the variant. I think this one's the regular copy, yeah. I think it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this one's sweet too. You got Swamp Thing, you got John Constantine, and I love seeing them 2 on the cover. Look at that. I mean, that's a pretty alright cover. I do definitely like the white one better. It looks like incredible. Next, I picked up Titans #2. Big fan of Titans, Teen Titans. I love the Titans, and just like I love the Bat family. They're kind of like all puppets. It's a pretty cool cover. I picked that up. I also picked up the regular cover. This was cover I kind of liked. They kind of look a little more realistic on the front cover. Their faces. They're not so cartoony. And I really like this cover, actually. I liked Wally on the front. He looks really, really cool in his new costume. Look at that. That looks really cool. So, really happy to get those. And then, of course, I picked up Flash #5. I picked up 2 copies of the black. I did not pick up the regular copy. I didn't really like the way Barry's face looked on that one, but I did like it. I thought, he's bottling up like he's got a jar and he's trying to like cage the lightning or something, whatever he's doing. But This one, I don't know. I really liked, and I know I've seen a lot of people say they like it because it's got like a blurry effect when you look at it. I know the camera might not show it, but when you look at it, everything's kind of, blurred, and that's really sweet. And a lot of the black covers at my shop were fucked. They had a lot of ticks on the spine, and these two were crystal clean, and so I had to grab them. So I picked up two of the black covers, and I just like the way these look better. If I go back this week, and there's still copies of the blue cover, I might pick it up because it might haunt me. Because I didn't super hate it, but it wasn't my favorite. So, and then of course I picked up Detective Comics 939. I wasn't sure about this cover because, of course, I love Tim Drake. He's one of my favorites. I'm glad to see him front and center on the front cover. His face, he's kind of got some ugly mug going on, and his hair looks really weird. But besides that, this is a really sweet cover for Tim Drake to be on, and not in his New 52 Red Robin. Not with the full cowl, and this is very normal Red Robin costume. I really like it, and it's sweet to see him on the front cover. He's one of my favorite Robins, and I also picked up this cover. I thought this cover is pretty sweet too. You got there they are, the double R's, the Red Robin. You've got the Bat Cave, and of course you got Bruce and Tim on the front cover. Doesn't get any better than that. And then, as I say, I always give these Rebirth titles a chance, even though they're not characters that I super get into. I picked up Blue Beetle Rebirth #1. I picked up this copy. I didn't like the white one. I don't like the white characters just sitting on the logo unless I don't like the regular cover. So I picked this one up. This one's not too bad. Looking forward to checking this out. This probably won't be a thing I pick up past #2. Blue Beetle's just not that there's anything wrong with him. He's just not one of my favorites, But definitely we'll check it out for sure. And then these books are not new, but I picked them up because every once in a while I hit something nice at my comic shop that doesn't have too much back issues, but sometimes I get some pretty nice stuff in, and I can't say no to Batman books. So I'm going to take another drink because I'm thirsty. I can't say no to Batman books. The first one is Batman #33 from the New 52. This is a variant cover, I believe. The 75 Years of Batman. I love this cover. I think it's sweet. This book's in perfect condition. It's got a ton of Bat villains on the front. Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, Joker, Clayface, Poison Ivy, the Riddler, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, Man-Bat, Catwoman, Harley. I mean, they're all Man-Bat, and I don't know. I think it's super sweet seeing them all on the front cover. This is such a cool fucking Bat cover. And I couldn't say no to this. I got it for pretty much cover price, and well, I'm not going to pass it up. I always try to pick up doubles of the New 52 run. Everyone loves it. A lot of the early issues go for $10 or more, so if you can get them for cover price still, when you find them, they make excellent fucking trades or flips. And I always try to pick up doubles because it's such a great run. Snyder did amazing on it, so look at that cover. Love that cover. Had to pick it up. Especially when it's cover price. Like, how could you even say no? How can you say no when you're going through back issues and you see a New 52 like Batman and it's fucking cover price? You're like, well, let's rack it on there. So last but not least, I did not spend cover price on this, but I couldn't let it go because it's in a flawless copy of this book. Absolutely beautiful copy. I don't see anything wrong with it, and I might even be sending this to get graded, but I might not. So this is another New 52. This is Batman #13, The Death of the Family. I think everyone knows this book. This is pretty iconic. I got this for quite a bit of money. I spent a little bit of money on it, but it's in such nice condition. I mean, the edges are crisp and come to a point, and there is nothing wrong with this book at all. So I paid the money. It's now in this beautiful Mylar. Look at that. That book is awesome. And if you didn't know, this is the cover. That's pretty much a mask. These eye holes. I mean, it's a Joker mask, really. It's Joker face. But yeah, it's such a sweet book. I wish I would have got it for $3.99, you know, but unfortunately I didn't. But I was happy enough to get it. So that's what I got this week. Those were this week's. And I hope you enjoyed them. And I'm glad to be back. There won't be any long stints where I don't make videos. I'm back to making videos. I've noticed that my subscriber count has been climbing these 2 weeks that I haven't made videos, so I'm very, very thankful for that. And if I haven't been commenting on people's videos, I do apologize. I have been watching everybody's videos from my mobile phone. I got a new one. I've been watching from it with headphones on while Kim's been sick, trying to keep quiet. You know, she needs quiet when she sleeps. She can't have anything going on. So I just know that I've been watching your videos, and if I don't leave comments, I'm gonna since I'm back on the desktop now, I'm gonna try to leave as many comments as I can and catch up on replying to everyone's comments they left on mine and your guys' videos. But everything's back. We're all in order. We're back to making videos, and like I was saying about my subscriber count, at 94, which is insane, absolutely insane. I was at 2-3 weeks ago. I was at 50. So it's really mind-boggling how many subscribers I got. I maybe some of them are fake, but it's hard to tell. And I try to subscribe to everybody back. So basically, I'm going to be making a second video here after this one. So please make sure you watch that. It's an update to the contest. I need your guys' help. So I don't want to make this video any much longer than it is. It's almost 30 fucking minutes. So thank you guys for watching. Glad to be back. And as always, be excellent to each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video.